Big, dumb, and fun. The 17th entry in Marvel's Cinematic Universe was released worldwide on November 3rd, 2017. With rave reviews and strong ticket sales, the PG-13 rated film earned back its $180 million budget by the end of its opening weekend. New Zealand director Taika Waititi really impressed me with his previous two movies, What We Do in the Shadows and Hunt for the Wilderpeople, both fresh and charming comedy dramas that never took themselves too seriously. And that irreverence has been applied wholeheartedly to the third picture in Marvel's heretofore most disappointing series. Although the first two Thor movies were decently entertaining, they both rank in my bottom 5 in the ever-growing MCU catalog. So to say this picture is an improvement is an understatement. Ragnarok is the best Thor movie by a country mile. Banished to a mysterious world after the death of their father Odin, the princes of Asgard reluctantly joined forces to overthrow a powerful new threat that aims to destroy their kingdom. Invariably, this narrative bears many similarities to one of my favorite epics, Ben-Hur. A prince is banished from his kingdom and must fight his way back by way of a gladiator-style competition to vanquish the person who stole his throne. It's a familiar, if time-tested formula that works remarkably well to ground the otherworldly narrative, which is important since almost none of the action takes place on Earth. The hunky Chris Hemsworth once again portrays the title character, but after becoming bored with this role in his previous 4 outings, they decided to mix things up here. Namely, they cut his hair, changed his clothes, and taken away his magic hammer. The result is a more vulnerable but cheekier interpretation of this character, sharing similarities to Kurt Russell's Jack Burton in Big Trouble in Little China. Hemsworth nails this slight character shift and proves to be natural with the film's many improvisational moments. With the notable exception of his Earthling friends and Jamie Alexander, all the characters from previous Thor films have reprised their roles here. Idris Elba and Tom Hiddleston are the obvious standouts, continuing to demonstrate why they're the most interesting characters in this entire franchise. Joining the group is Cate Blanchett as another dime a dozen evil empress who is predictably more powerful than our heroes, but not too powerful enough to actually stop them. A bald Karl Urban is her opportunistic lackey. Jeff Goldblum plays an alien version of himself to absolute perfection. Tessa Thompson is sadly generic as a hard-drinking bounty hunter turned teammate, while Mark Ruffalo crosses over into this series in a big way as the Hulk. He shares one of the film's few quiet scenes when Hemsworth confesses, "We're the same, you and I. We're just a couple of hot-headed fools." This is a big cast, and while not everyone gets enough time to shine, it's the individual pairings that work surprisingly well. Whether Hemsworth is trading contentious barbs with Hiddleston, or Ruffalo is downplaying his alter ego to Thompson, or Goldblum is talking to literally anyone, everyone meshes together really well. My favorite creature, though, was a soft-spoken rock soldier voiced by Waititi himself, as nearly all of his lines scored laughter.
Hammer?
Quite unique. It was made from this special metal from the heart of a dying star. And when I spun it really, really fast, it gave me the ability to fly.
You rode a hammer?
No, I didn't ride the hammer.
The hammer rode you on your back?
No. I used to spin it really fast, and it would pull me off the...
Oh my God, the hammer pulled you off?
The ground. It would pull me off the ground, up into the air, and I would fly. Every time I threw it, it would always come back to me.
Sounds like you had a pretty special and intimate relationship with this hammer, and that losing it was almost comparable to losing a loved one.
It's a nice way of putting it.
And on the directing side of things, Waititi isn't afraid to punctuate a dramatic monologue with a sudden bit of physical humor, a technique used a couple times with hilarious effectiveness. The film kicks off with a raucous cold open set to Led Zeppelin's incredibly fitting Immigrant Song. When Robert Plant belts out the Hammer of the Gods just as Thor swings his trusty Mjolnir into a horde of underworld enemies, it is positively impossible not to smile, especially when you consider how rarely Page and Plant license their music for media like this. Moments after that badass fight, we're treated to a surprise celebrity cameo that had me literally howling in my packed theater. This mixture of loud action and goofy humor permeates throughout the extremely well-paced 130-minute script. The score for Mark Mothersbaugh feels a bit like blending the opening bass line of Another One Bites the Dust with the techno-synthesizer sounds of the Stranger Things theme song. It doesn't do enough to break the trend of Marvel movies having unforgettable music, but it's a solid effort. The overall jokiness easily makes this the best Thor movie yet, but it also prevents it from becoming truly effective on an emotional level. With crowd-pleasing twists on the tired superhero formula, Thor Ragnarok is a very enjoyable time. I thought it was great. That does it for this review, but if you'd like to watch more Movie Night, click or tap the thumbnails on the left. And don't forget to visit the Jogwheel YouTube channel to see full episodes of this show, in addition to all the other content I produce. My name is Jonathan Paula, thanks for watching, and have a good movie night.